Good luck, the cameras are rolling as we go through under the top.
Good morning everyone and welcome back. I think it's time for a little training update. Spoiler alert, I'm going to be quite negative during this. I do feel like I'm quite negative quite a lot, but things aren't going well. But before we get into the training update, I'm going to put some footage up from Dorney Lake Olympic Triathlon. Last week I was there supporting Georgie again. This is her third triathlon back post Alexandria in March. She's doing incredibly well. She's done a sprint where she came second, an Olympic where she came second, and I think she would have probably finished sort of around top 5 in this event. It's a much bigger field and much bigger event. I think she would have finished top 5, but on the second loop of the bike she had someone fall off basically in front of her. A guy fell off his bike and I think he really hurt his back. I hope he's okay. Basically really hurt himself, and Georgie, the nurse, decided to jump off and help him or support him until the ambulance arrived. Looking at her data, she lost around 13-14 minutes on the bike. She still did a 1:16 for the 40k. I think it's closer to 38. Her actual moving time was 1:03, which is just ridiculous. But anyway, yeah, I'll put some footage up because I've got some nice drone shots and whatnot of the event. Try and make this a little bit less boring for you while I talk through my training. So yeah, week one was the only week where things actually felt good. So I did my first club interval session. It wasn't quite at the paces that I'm used to, but that was first one post Ironman training, so that's expected really. But yeah, that went well. Then I did my first long run of the block with my club mates. So that was I'm doing 5 kilometre reps basically, so it was 4x5k, 2k easy, 3 kilometres at marathon race pace, which is, I'm aiming for 4:10 a k. I only need 4:15 to break 3, but 4:10 a k. And that was perfectly fine, and that's basically where it stopped feeling good, because the second week and third week, when I've done 25k for the long run and then 30k, I've either DNF'd or cut short, or you know, I've had to stop on the side of the road to have a word with myself to finish the session, or I've almost like cheated on reps by like using the slow part of the 5 kilometre block to go uphill, knowing then I've got a descent for the fast bit to give myself some free speed. That's how bad things have got. And it's not just actually on the run either. Like, I've been chucking in bike sessions and stuff. I've been doing some, I did start off doing some high intensity bike sessions, which I've sacked off now just because I thought maybe that was what was messing me up. But yeah, just even like zone 2, zone 3 rides for like 45 minutes are just absolutely killing me. Like, recovering is taking ages. My calves are like rocks all the time. I've tried changing shoes and stuff. Maybe I've just done too much work in my tempo next percent. I've tried some easier, like you know, easier runs that just, I mean, like I say, everything just feels really hard at the moment about what I'm doing. There's sky high heart rate. I did wonder whether I'd got the Rona, but I haven't tested. It's been a while now, so I don't think I have. But anyway, leading into week 4 after run 3 where I cut short, I basically sacked off the fourth long run, because I knew that this week, tomorrow to be exact, I'm going to be doing the big half, which I penciled in and entered as a sort of test event going towards York in about 2 months time, I think it is. No, about 6 weeks time. So yeah, like I say, big half tomorrow, where I've got a couple of different strategies. I'm going to go out for the first 10k almost off feel. I'm going to push, but I'm going to see how I'm doing at the 10k mark, see how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling okay, I will push on from there, try and get a course PB. I don't think I'm going to be anywhere near my overall half marathon PB of 1:22.50, I think. My course PB for the big half is 1:24 low, I think. So I might be able to beat that. If I'm not feeling good at the 10k mark, I'm going to dial it back and see if I can maintain marathon pace after fatiguing the legs for 10k, and just see how that feels. If that is incredibly hard to do, then honestly I don't know how am I going to string 42 kilometers in a row together if I can't do even like 10k in a block, you know, in the big half. It's going to be a little bit worrying. So yeah, we're going to see how that goes. Worst case, it's a nutrition and kit test. for the big day in York, so I'm going to take a gel every 30 minutes. I'll be wearing like my marathon shorts, all that sort of stuff, vest, Alpha Flies. I don't know if I'm going to run the marathon in those. I get a lot of blisters in the Alpha Fly. And then post big half, a few days recovery, maybe a couple of easy spins on the bike just to flush out the legs, and then I think we've got a good 4-week block before I really need to start tapering or start recovering for York. So plan there to chuck back in the longer runs, tempos, intervals, that sort of stuff, and just see how it goes. So yeah, next clip I'll probably be in London at the start of the big half.
Good luck, the cameras are rolling as we go through under the top.
Enabled for the future mini book charts. So we're seeing vests from far and wide. You mentioned Bingley AC. There's a City of Stoke runner coming through.
So there we have it, folks. As you can see, things didn't exactly go to plan, even my worst case plan. Finish time I put up somewhere, I think it was a 127 high, maybe just under 128. Yeah, like I say, things didn't go to plan. I'll take a little bit of solace from the fact that it seems like a lot of people have struggled, except for Mo Farah, obviously. But yeah, some club mates and stuff ran it that I would expect to be a few minutes ahead, so it does seem like the conditions on the day, it was quite warm and incredibly humid at the start. Anyone who's ever done the big half before knows that quite early on you go into quite a long tunnel. It's probably about a mile long actually, but when you come out the other side, there's people literally dripping with sweat, and you're like, what point you're about 3k in there. So it's pretty obvious early doors that conditions weren't ideal. Yeah, just happy to get it done and out of the way. Got my t-shirt and medal, and now we head on to York Marathon, where hopefully in a few weeks I'll do another video with more of a positive training update. Try and get a little bit back on track and just try and fix what's been going wrong in these last few weeks. So yeah, fingers crossed we can do that, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Oh wait, I forgot to say that in terms of sort of nutrition, hydration, kit check, I don't like running in the alphas. I didn't get any blisters today, but they just, I mean, even just walking around at the start line and stuff, they just feel odd. But in terms of hydration, nutrition, I took my own bottle with a Precision Hydration 1500 sachet in it. It clearly wasn't enough because my calves turned to rocks within the last 200 meters. Actually, the bit I filmed at the end, my calves actually just were rock solid at that point. So 1500 for a half marathon isn't enough. I'm going to have to work on that for the full. Had my 2 gels fine. I was quite surprised that I took those on quite easily, running at that pace. So yeah, that seems okay. A gel every 30 minutes, but clothing and stuff was okay. So yeah, now that's the end of the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.